Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick. Come on, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick. Late night with Andrew Dick. Come on, people, let's watch the show. Late night with Andrew Dick. He's the number one in St. Martin. Late night with Andrew Dick. Come on, people, let's watch the show. Late night with Andrew Dick. He's the number one in St. Martin. Late night with Andrew Dick. Keep you informed with all the topics. If you need to know what's all happening, tune in to Andrew Dick. He's the king when it comes to politics and more. Late night with Andrew Dick is the show. If you got stress and need to laugh, Andrew Dick, he is in charge. Late night with Andrew Dick. Come on, people, let's watch the show. Late night with Andrew Dick. Come on, people, let's watch the show. Late night with Andrew Dick. Come on, people, just watch the show. Late night with Andrew Dick. He is the number one in St. Martin. Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick. Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick, Andrew Dick. St. Martin.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okay, what is happening on the lovely Isle of St. Martin? We begin with the news. Fiona. Stop it. Don't be coming towards St. Martin like a gangster. What happened? You hear about this up and National Alliance government that you're just coming to blow us out? Then again, maybe St. Martin deserves a good blow. Anyway, what is happening on the lovely island of St. Martin besides the pandemonia that's happening out there? Because apparently we don't listen to our Prime Minister when she tells us to make sure stock up on our crackers and sardines. Because I see the stores today and it was amazing. You want to see people? People shopping left, right, and center. We're going to have a good September. That's for sure. September to remember. The government of St. Martin, GEBE, the temporary manager is Troy Washington. He took office on Wednesday. No, of course. He started off by sending out a memo. But before I go to the memo, I need to address something very important, and that is that the temporary manager, Shireen Daniel, went on sick leave. I don't think you understand why I am so upset about this. The temporary manager was filling in for the COO, Mr. Temmer. Mr. Temmer now came back, and Ms. Daniel and Mr. Temmer were suspended by the shareholder representative, which is the government, the shareholder, which is the government. The supervisory board informed them they didn't want to leave. They put lawyers on everybody, but then ultimately they still have to leave. Mr. Washington then comes in to work, and Ms. Daniel, who is still the internal auditor for GB, went on sick leave. So from one day to the next, she's sick. So does it mean that she's not going to be investigated because she's on sick leave? They better investigate. Listen to me. Anyway, anybody knows that even if you went and do something wrong in a company and you go on sick leave, doesn't mean you ain't do it, that they can't touch you. They could just still suspend you. Duh. So it's just funny when I saw that. I was like, go as it way. Anyway, so memo was sent out by Mr. Washington, and when I saw the memo to the employees, I was like, this is a breath of fresh air. I love it. I almost thought about, what if Wycliffe, the former Deputy Prime Minister of St. Martin, Wycliffe Smith, was doing, was Troy Washington, because the way that he kind of wanted to just bring up the hopes of the workers was amazing. So I'll do it in my Wycliffe voice. So the memo is as follows. Dear workers, my name is Troy Washington. I'm amazing. No, he didn't say it like that. I'm just joking. Let's go to the memo. Dear NVGEB employees, this year has been marked by a series of dramatic events we all experienced together. The hack, all the bad press about the hack, the billing issues, the change in leadership and support strains us, but NVGEBE and its staff have always been empowering company to the people of St. Martin. GEBE's core objective at this very moment is to restore customer confidence. It is a great honor for me, Troy Washington, to lead and to serve this company as the special representative and temporary manager as of September 13, 2022. My name is Troy Washington. I have a background in finance, banking, and risk management. And Shireen Daniel and Mr. Temer don't. Okay, I just added that. So it goes on, and then he closes off with, let me see, I got it here. Yes, he closes it off with, over the following days and weeks, I will familiarize myself with the staff. My door is always open. Thank you for your kind attention. I know I can count on your support, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Signed, Mr. Troy Washington, Special Representative and Temporary Manager, GEBE. Don't you hate it when they say the door is always open? Is it though? Is it really though? Because I'm the type of worker that would just walk up there at 8:30 or 9 o'clock and just knock on the door and go like, you said the door is always open, so I'm here. Let's talk. Let's have some coffee. Tell me about yourself, Troy. That's me. I hate when people just do that. My door is always open. No, you have to make an appointment. In any case, a breath of fresh air for GEBE. Let's hope that we can get this thing moving and going, and then hopefully we can get our stuff together. Or in St. Martin English, let's get our shit together. All right, in other news, Claudius Buncamper was today on Radio St. Martin's Fair and Balanced interview, and he did not hold back. He gave a nice synopsis about the political situation, the political parties, the representatives, who's going where, who's doing what, DP, up, National Alliance, which parties in trouble, which parties not in trouble, which politician in trouble, who's not in trouble. It was very good. So here's your highlight.
You said you find a place where you'll be.
I did, and when the time is right,
when the time
I
is
am
right,
sure you'll hear
election.
it from me.
Election is about what is in.
It should be next year, November. They want to keep it in November so that not in January 2024, I understood, but in November to prevent people going campaigning during the Christmas season, and I fully support that.
How do you see the political arena when you see you have UP that lost the Weaver, you have NA that lost MP Duncan? I mean, these are two, you can see the parents or stalwarts of those
I think you have to look at it.
How do you see the landscape, the political
I think the political landscape
New parties involved?
Yeah, you have the USRM already with Mercelina, Dr. Mercelina. You have Christopher Emmanuel with the Now. Those are two new ones that are coming in now. You have the UP that is going to restructure totally. Will it be Heiliger based or non-Heiliger based? So where's Theo Heiliger going to be in this picture? Because like it or not, you can lock him up with the law kind of thing, but you can't take away Theo Heiliger out of the hearts of many people in Spartan. So that's still going to be a factor.
You have the DP that is one.
You have Sarah going back to the DP. She stated she's going back to her roots, the Democrats. Not the United Democrats, but the Democrats. So the rest.
Is your wife doing the same also?
No, my wife is staying home. She's out of politics. She ain't going back in there at all.
Okay,
she
so
would have
then it could be you.
She would have. Yeah, I'm running again. I am running. Listen, with all the convictions I had, they never took away my passive nor active rights to run or vote in an election.
A new party will you join?
I don't know. I don't know. At this point in time, we're going to leave it wide open because I know you're fishing, and I appreciate that. But I think the reason I don't want to say it yet is because we are waiting for some pieces to fall in place in the political landscape. The political landscape, I told you I have a home. The question is, which home? But I have a home. Let me be very clear on that. I have a home. But there are things to fall in place because you said it correctly. You have a lot of independents now that need a home. A lot.
Yeah, what's going to
but
happen?
Also,
because the main parties are a bit losing ground. UP is losing ground. NA is losing ground.
And the NA will take a significant beating the next election. They know it. They can't call an election tomorrow. Eh? No. They can't call one tomorrow. Because in the NA, there's also a change with, I believe, William moving on and his son moving in. So, William out on the in. How is that going to affect the party? What is the position of Samuel in the NA right now? Because he, like how they say, I disgust him. He seems to be quite disgusting in there too. Because he stands for certain principles and he don't bend them.
Yeah.
So again, what's going to happen? I don't know. What's going to happen with the up? That they're going to have problems, that's crystal clear.
Crystal clear because
well, we have a new party where the young millenniums are moving to. You keep hearing this party, SAM, being mentioned. That's a party that was, I think, set up already. It has its credentials. That was from former MP Frankie Myers. But you keep hearing that there might be a shift of some of the players
of the
in
UP,
and of the NA, the young millenniums, towards that party. So again, what's going to be the role of the millenniums in this election is something to be looked at carefully.
The DP restructuring into that direction.
I am sure majority of them will. You see, the DP might become a home for many former DPs. Yeah. Will the Highlanders go back to DP? Will the Buncampers go back to DP? Will the Weavers go back to DP? Yeah. All of these things are things that are right now up in the air and people are talking about. And not to murky any waters, I won't get into any discussions because I prefer to have everything structured, where I go and how I go and when I go in and with whom I'm going before I have a discussion in the meeting.
Alrighty then, let's begin. We have a good one for you. Welcome to the Late Night Show.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. Hurricane winds can cause trees and branches to fall. So before hurricane strikes, trim or remove damaged trees and limbs to keep you and your property safe. This hurricane season, secure loose rain gutters and downspouts and clear any clogged areas or debris to prevent water damage to your property. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.